And I really wanted to talk about this and bring this up because I feel like it's not talked about enough, like especially with Black women during this time. We are often overlooked, not taken serious. Take it serious because it could literally save your life. Like, this was a near-death labor and delivery experience for me, and that changed my life forever. Like, hey NAYvy, welcome back to my channel, loves. I am back with another video. If you guys are new, what is up, and welcome to my channel. You guys should subscribe because if you're not, what are you really doing? But no, you guys, so I am back to talk about my labor and delivery story. Now, if you guys rock with me way back, not even way back, 9 months ago, because Kyson is 9 months. If you don't know, Kyson is my son. He's 9 months old. But when I first had him, I did make a video kind of addressing how my labor and delivery went. I could not do a labor and delivery vlog because everything took a left turn and I was unable to do one. And I don't even remember actually giving birth to him, much less being able to vlog it. So if you haven't seen that first video, you're probably completely confused right now. So I'm gonna give you guys like a breakdown of basically how my labor and delivery went. Now, my whole point in even talking about this right now is, one, I feel like more people need to be aware that everything is not always roses and petals and a perfect birth plan and this smooth, just picture perfect delivery. And that's something that I was unaware of. I had this picture in my head that everything was just gonna go smoothly. I had a birth plan, y'all. I got a doula. I didn't even know what a doula was when I first was pregnant. I literally looked into it, got a doula. I was trying to decide if I wanted to have epidural, if I wanted to go natural. Like, I had all these ideas in my head and ended up having an emergency C-section, not remembering even physically giving birth to Kyson or signing consent to have an emergency C-section. If it wasn't for my family as my witness and them taking videos and all this type of stuff, like, I would not have remembered any of that. Because I was really like, when did I sign something saying I could get an emergency C-section? Like, that's how fast the drugs kicked in, I guess. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys know basically how my labor and delivery story went. I'm gonna insert videos, pictures that are embarrassing. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys right now, they are so embarrassing. But it's life, and I want to be transparent with you guys and show y'all the real, raw, uncut, unfiltered, not so picture perfect baby bump pictures. Like, y'all need to see what really happened, and the fact that it was a near-death experience and just so traumatic. I feel like it could help somebody out there, because I made a post on Instagram and it seemed like a lot of people could either relate in some way or wanted to know more. And I feel like that first video that I made, I was kind of still, not kind of, I was emotional as hell, y'all. Like, I was still just like stuck in this shock. And I made that video, you know, expressing what happened, but not so much going into detail or giving y'all an update on what everything ended up being or turned out to be. So yeah, let's talk about it. And also, especially during a time like this with this whole pandemic going on, I just send my prayers out to everyone going through a delivery during this time and your families, because I know that the circumstances are different. It's changing your experience. I could barely deal with what I went through back in October, much less me going through that now. Like, if that happened now, I don't know what I would do, because my family, and with the help of the doctors and all those doctors being like surrounded with me in the room, in the hospital room, that's what really got me through it. So like, stay positive, y'all. Like, keep your head up if you are going through your pregnancy journey during this time. It will be okay, but I do want to spread awareness as to my situation and what happened with me and my delivery with Kyson, now that I'm in a better mental state and I can really talk about it without really like breaking down, getting emotional, crying on y'all. So let's talk about it. So I was sick while I was pregnant. I I ended up going to my OBGYN appointment, and I told her how I was feeling, the symptoms that I was having, all of that. In that same appointment, the nurse offered me the flu shot, and I was like, wasn't really feeling it, but at the same time, I was not that knowledgeable about it. So of course, like all nurses really do, well, not all nurses, but it's kind of in their duty to convince you, basically. So she was trying to sell it and basically making it seem like nothing was wrong with getting the flu shot. I guess completely disregarding the fact that I had all those symptoms of me being sick. Like, she didn't feel like that was to any harm of the fact that I could still get the flu shot. So anyways, fast forward, I ended up getting it. Like I said, I kind of wish I didn't, but I can't go back in time. I can't beat myself up about it, but I got the flu shot. The next day, literally whole body aching, y'all. Could not walk. Like, just horrible. Like, so, you know, my parents made me go to the hospital because I literally could not walk. Like, it was crazy. Mind you, I'm still pregnant at this point. I am not 9 months yet. I'm a little over 8 months. So I had Kyson at 35 weeks. He was premature, but we're gonna get into that. Anyways, I go to the hospital. They do all these tests. Everything's coming back negative. Like, they're not finding what's wrong with me. It was just the weirdest thing. So I ended up staying overnight. The next day, my temperatures just started like spiking really high and then dropping really low. So it was weird. They were monitoring me. They were monitoring Kyson. So they had the thing on my stomach as well. And just all day, they were just kind of like coming back in the room and checking on me, still not knowing what's happening to me or what's wrong with me. But on top of my temperatures going up and down, also, I was still suffering with feeling sick. Like, my whole body was still aching, and like my head was heavy. I was getting really, really bad night sweats. I can't even remember. It was just so much stuff wrong with me. So I just felt like crap. Then my temperature dropped so low that it affected Kyson. And that's how I ended up having to get an emergency C-section. I do not even remember signing the papers. I do not remember actually physically giving birth to him. I ended up being in the hospital for 2.5 weeks. He ended up going to NICU, so we weren't even together, like, after I gave birth to him. It was just so crazy because even after, you know, they had to regulate his temperature in NICU and also try to get mine together. So we're both just having our own problems in separate places. So I had to go to a separate floor just to see him on a day-to-day basis for this whole 2.5 weeks. And with me, it's just getting worse. Like, my temperatures are spiking, and then all the way down to me suffering with hypothermia. So I was literally going from having like night sweats and just sweating and drenched in sweat, you guys, just like so hot, getting fevers, and then literally freezing, shivering, like teeth chattering. Like, I can't even reenact it because it was so crazy and out of control. Oh my gosh. And as I'm inserting all these clips and pictures, y'all, chill out, because I was looking crazy. I was feeling crazy, but this is real life. So I just have to be completely honest with y'all and show y'all, like, everything is not just so sweet and what everyone makes it out to be. Like, it was a slap in the face for me because I did not expect any of this. But I found I had to write down like my temperatures, because if I got a fever, I literally could not, like, I wasn't able to go see Kyson because, you know, I would be of danger to everyone in that area, including him. So, like, I had to write down, like, I have all these notes from the hospital on the little pad that they gave me, and literally, y'all, these are all of the dates and different times and what my temperature was during that time. Like, even right here, it says 102.9 at 2:14 a.m. Like, I got no sleep whatsoever while I was in that hospital for that 2.5 weeks. Literally, even if I had the chance to sleep, like if I was able to regulate some type of steady, comfortable temperature within my body, 5 minutes later, the doctor was coming back to take my vitals. Like, I had no break in that hospital. So it was just so stressful. I am going to post another video talking about specifically just, you know, NICU and what that's like and all of that. So y'all make sure you watch that. But as far as me just going through all that time trying to deal with, first of all, the healing of the C-section, because that is something that's not talked about enough. It is a lot to heal from a C-section. Like, I'm still recovering. It takes over a year to fully recover. So just imagine dealing with recovering from your C-section. They had to take the stitches out eventually. I'm still like trying to practice walking. On top of that, he's not in with me in the same room. I had to walk to a different level to see him back and forth at different times during the day. Also, I'm still sick. I'm going from drenching in sweat to shivering. Like, all of this is happening, and also I'm a mother now. Like, it was a lot. Like, I was trying to juggle all of this. Like, it was traumatic. And on top of that, I didn't plan any of this. I didn't even know what to do with myself. Like, I didn't even know anything about C-sections. I didn't know how to go through the healing process of it. I didn't know what NICU was. Like, I didn't know anything. Like, everything was such a shock to me. And I really wanted to talk about this and bring this up because I feel like it's not talked about enough. Like, especially with Black women during this time. Like, we are often overlooked, not taken serious, just shied away. Like, nothing is taken serious, or it's their opinion over yours. Like, so I just want to tell you guys, if you feel a certain way, if you feel like your body's not doing what it usually does, if you have a feeling or that gut feeling or that intuition, and I say don't let it be overlooked. Like, take it serious because it could literally save your life. Like, this was a near-death labor and delivery experience for me, and that changed my life forever. Like, things could have really went bad if it wasn't for the doctors truly putting their time and effort into me, because my case apparently was like the most rare case they have ever dealt with, y'all. Like, I had doctors from the Mayo Clinic coming to help me specifically because they said they've never experienced anything like that, and they were just so like intrigued into what was happening. Like, they were trying to get down to the bottom of what was wrong with me. And I do want to talk about what it came down to, and what they called what I was suffering with was potassium voltage abnormality. I never heard of it before until this happened to me. So I guess it had to do with my potassium levels. They literally had to do an MRI scan. So that's where they scanned my brain to literally see, like, they monitored my brain for a whole night. I'm gonna insert the pictures right here. So embarrassing, y'all. I looked crazy. Oh my gosh. They literally had to put 27, I remember the exact number. I remember 27 wires attached to my scalp and wrapped this wrap around my head so that they would not like move at all. And they listened and watched my brain overnight. That's how bad it got, because they did not know what was wrong with me. Like, if you guys haven't heard about the situation with Nicole Thea TV, she was a YouTuber. I heard about her situation where, I don't want to speak too much on it because I don't know the exact circumstances of what exactly happened, but it is said to be that she did pass away from labor complications, and that really hit close to home because it could have been me, it could be you, it could be the person next to you, it could be your cousin. Like, it's crazy how often things like this happen. And correct me if I'm wrong though, if anyone knew her personally or if y'all have heard of this situation, but I just send my prayers out to anyone who may be dealing with a not so normal delivery, because it happens. Like, learn from me, learn from people around you. Don't take anything too light. Like, you can literally save your life by just taking precautions and going that extra mile that someone told you you shouldn't go. Like, I do wish I was more knowledgeable about the flu shot, honestly. But yeah, that's a little bit more of what exactly happened to me. It was curable by a 5-day dosage of steroids, so that was a good thing. Man, I was ready for those 5 days to go by, because after those 2.5 weeks, I was ready to go. And by this time, Kyson's already like back, you know, doing good. His temperature's already regulated. He's been hitting his milestones in NICU to the point where he's almost able to go home too. Like, he came home 2 days after me, so he was good. Like, I was ready to go. Like, it was crazy. It was just crazy. I just felt like I was going crazy in that hospital room. Like, I was in ICU for so long, and just trying to juggle everything. So let's chat in the comments about your journey, what you went through, if it's anything similar to mine. Let's spread some positivity, encouragement, advice, because I feel like this needs to be brought to the table more, and our experiences need to be shared more. That way we can help each other out and get through it together. So if you guys have any more questions on my experience, let me know down in the comments below. I will be happy to answer them. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, loves.